We need leadership. We don't have it here. We don't even have it in Washington, D.C. half the time. And I just think there was such, and I've said this many times, there is an opportunity to do something here and make a big difference. I think Mike Weber might have won this election had he stood up and fought for us. Now I think your chances are less than what they would have otherwise been.
I watched the meetings in October and December, and you were very much for this drilling. Shame on all of you for pretending that you want to protect.
And I think it's maneuvering. A moratorium resolution sounds nice, except it really does nothing. The headline from MLive.com today said that West Bay Exploration Company receives a moratorium notice, but continues to drill in Scioto Township. A moratorium is useless. It's political. Here's why a moratorium resolution has been created. The last speaker said it. It's election season. Mr. Weber's running to be our state rep. He voted for oil and gas fracking light, as we call it, in Rochester Hills. It's election time, and he needs an out. He needs to be able to tell newspaper reporters, I voted and supported the oil moratorium. We live in an area that is arguably 60-40 Republican to Democrat. My 77-year-old father told me many, many years ago, when in doubt, vote Republican. When I go to the polls in November and I see Mr. Weber's name with an R next to it, I won't think Republican, I'll think rig.
Kind of shenanigans that have gone on here. He's tried to tell us now, oh, I'm in favor of the moratorium, when he was clearly in favor of oil drilling before. It's only because all of us showed up here time after time after time that we've gotten these people to finally listen to us. So I want to say congratulations to all of us. This isn't the end. We have to keep fighting. Thank you.
Livernois in Rochester Hills. What I'm seeing today is political posturing 101. As a person who comes from the private sector, I'm really amazed how you have created and then handled this entire oil and gas fiasco. First, Mr. Sterin, the time to act was when this group approached you, 8 months ago, not today. That's step number one. Number two, once this group found out that you sold them out, you sold out 2 parks and a cemetery for potential oil and gas leasing, your customer service skills, public relations skills, and communication skills, well, they were lacking. And I am very appalled at how you have handled all of this. Now, many of your constituents asked for a true public forum like 8 months ago. And in return, they had that little event over at Rochester College, and it was kind of like a bridal fair. It was a bridal fair. It wasn't a serious event where people could truly learn how this potential oil and gas drilling could impact their home values and their lifestyles. So that was the first step. Since then, you have pretty much, it seems to me, have ignored your constituents. You've talked down to them and generally treated them with a total lack of compassion and courtesy. And today, it seems like this event here is a day late and a dollar short. Now, this is not the type of leadership we have paid our hard-earned tax dollars for. This is kind of a poorly planned thing. We have had little notice to attend. We don't have a big enough venue like Shelby Township had. And I think it's interesting that this is the day that you've done this, right after your political convention in Lansing. And all of a sudden, you're ready to go and you're ready to help us out. And I'm wondering if it is just that your fellow Republicans are also furious with you. You guys tell me, does the viability of your future political careers have to come into play before you take action? Now, Mayor, you keep talking about the Senate bill like this is the end-all, be-all, and that these legislators have come in on a white horse to save the day. You know who saved the day is all these people. They are working their asses off to prevent this from, maybe I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
but
profanity is not something you should be sharing to your...
Sorry about that.
Especially with young children in the audience.
Yes, that's true. So what I'm trying to say is these people are doing your job. And maybe you should just kind of take a pay cut and give them a little bit extra. And Mr. Barnett, I just think that you need to really listen to what we're saying and not make this a political game, because there's too much at stake in this community, and we expect better leadership. Thank you.